Today on Runolfr Cooks, Runolfr is not going to cook. Nena is going to make her homemade Bolognese sauce.
Tonight, Nena is going to cook. I am going to make my homemade Bolognese sauce. As Runolfr said, I generally just call it my homemade pasta sauce. But yes, it is a Bolognese because it has meat. So we are going to use some mild Italian sausage, garlic, onion, salt,
Kosher salt.
pepper. Yeah, this is kosher salt. Some tomato paste, herbs, basil, oregano, bay leaf, and parsley. We have some diced tomatoes, lemon juice. This is the pasta and the wine. And this is all you need to make a fantastic Bolognese sauce. Stay tuned.
We'll be back. Process a vegetable.
All right, we are back to making my amazing homemade spaghetti sauce or Bolognese. Bolognese, from my understanding, is what the Italians, which I am not. I am not Italian, but that is what the Italians call a pasta sauce with meat, or a tomato-based sauce with meat. I think that's right. Don't hold me. I am not fucking Wikipedia though, so don't hold me to that. I might be wrong. I know Bolognese has meat in it, and this does though. So anyway, so we're cutting up our onion. I should be preheating my oil right now. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and start preheating my oil.
We'll preheat the pan first, actually. Preheat the pan, then you heat the oil, and then you...
Okay, preheating the pan. Then I will put the oil in. So I'm just dicing this onion up sort of fine-ish. We can play this fast forward if Ted wants to do that much editing, because it's really nothing special. It's just...
But I'll get all this, and we'll edit it as it seems appropriate.
It's just cutting up an onion. And I
You're
don't
not using the method, I see. You're using your method.
Wait. I sort of am.
Yeah,
I just don't leave. Yeah, I don't leave the root on because I don't see the point in it. I understand that. Yeah, you don't have to hold it together when you do
it keeps everything from running away. Is the way why I do it that way.
Yeah, and it's good. Ted's way is probably superior, but I am an old lady.
It's good for me.
I am an old lady, and it's hard to get me to change my ways. Now this, my garlic method.
I'm sure your method is superior.
My garlic method, I will stand by. So hang on, you're about to see my garlic. First thing I do, you see this stem end? I hate that. That pisses me off. If I bite into that, I'm going to have a bad fucking day. So I get rid of it. Some people do not cut this off. I also find that if I cut this off first, the peel comes off comes off, closer to one piece. Then we smash, and the peel comes right off. We smash. We smash. And we smash. And the peel comes off.
That's a good knife for smashing.
It is an excellent knife for smashing. Any wide knife will smash, though.
It's really good because you can come down pretty hard on it without fear of cutting yourself.
That's true. Okay, so here's the important part. And Food Network actually does do this. Whoops. Salt. We're going to get some salt going on the unchopped garlic. Peeled, unchopped garlic. And then we're going to chop with the salt already on. So we're going to chop, and we're going to smash, and we're going to chop. And smash. The salt draws fluid out. When you draw fluid out, you draw flavor out. all that good juice on the heat, and the juice gets toasted, and you get that wonderful, delicious, aromatic garlic yum. Okay, we have onions and we have garlic. And coming up, and the pan is preheating. I'm about to preheat oil. Coming up next, we will saute the vegetables.
We'll
Stay
be back.
tuned. So I've put a few passes of olive oil in here. You can see about how much it is. It's just enough to coat the bottom of the pan and give it a little, you know, once I put these onions in here, it's going to coat them very well. Like I said, I don't measure this stuff because this is just how I do. We are going to salt as we go. So I'm going to put a little pinch-ish of salt there. And we're going to coat the onions with oil. I've got this on medium low. Well, I preheated it to medium high. Now I'm going to have it on. I'm going to keep it on about medium. This depends on your stove. What is medium on my stove may not be medium on your stove. So just pay attention. We do not want the onions to brown and caramelize. We want them to become translucent and soft and very, very fragrant. And then once these become translucent and soft and very fragrant, we're going to add the garlic in. We'll be back. Okay guys, so if you can get a good shot of these onions, I am not sure if the camera will show, but they're like translucent-ish. You can tell more by the smell than you can by the look. But you can see these do not look like raw onions. These look like onions that have been cooked a little. I am now about to put the garlic in. Why didn't you put the garlic in at first, Nena? Well, because garlic burns much faster. Much faster than onions do. So we're going to put the garlic in and get it stirred up a little. And before it gets too hot, because we just want a little toastiness on this, before it gets too hot, we're going to add our other spices. Oh, good. We have a brand new oregano that that Runolfr bought, and
Everybody knows what my real name is.
I know, but like I'm trying to get used to using the name Yeah, well, I mean, you know, your YouTube name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a YouTube name, so I'm just Nena. Okay, so we're going to add some oregano. We add this at this time because it allows it to soak up some of the aromatics and it softens it. And this is basil. We're going to add some basil. It soaks up some of the aromatics, soaks up some of the oil. This is parsley. All these are dried. I'm not using fresh herbs this time, although fresh herbs are amazing to use. And I'm going to add a bay leaf. Now, it's not critical that the bay leaf toasts. I'm just adding it right now because I'm adding all the other spices right now. I'm going to add a little black pepper because I am white.
Everybody adds black pepper.
All white people do, man. When I was dating Ono, he was like, do white people know how to use spices other than salt and pepper? Yes, we do, but we always use salt and pepper. We just always do. Okay, so I'm heating this garlic and I'm toasting these herbs, and this smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. I'm going to turn it. Got this at about medium. I turned it up like a notch. We're letting it simmer just a smidge. And I'm going to add my meat. It is time to add the meat. And today's meat is ground Italian sausage. Mild.
The not skinned style is the easiest to work with here.
It is easier because although sometimes I'll use the sausages and I'll just like slice them. I just cut them up and have little sausage dimes in my. But that's kind of a completely different texture. Okay, so I'm going to turn it up just a little to get some good meat cooking heat going.
That'll take a minute. So.
Yeah, this is so y'all know how to brown meat, right? If you don't know how to brown meat, I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. We'll be back, and we're back. All right, so we have browned the meat. You may see some meat in there that looks still a teensy bit pink. You don't want bright pink in there, but if something's not just completely browned, that's okay, because we're going to be simmering this at a pretty high heat for quite a while. All right, so I am big on tomato paste.
And this is how you reuse tomato paste from a can.
Ted had this, he had used like a tablespoon out of this, and he had it frozen. I unthawed it, and now I am using the rest of it.
I kept it covered with foil in the freezer, so
yeah.
it's not bad.
Now, you will almost never see anyone use this much tomato paste in anything besides me. So, you know, it's cool. If you don't want to use this much,
It will be tomato rich.
it's going to be very. It doesn't. Rich is a good word for what tomato paste does. It gives it a richness and a depth of tomato flavor. It's just, I really enjoy tomato paste in my stuff. And another reason that I just go ahead and use what I have is because unless you do take the time to cover it and freeze it like Ted did, it's almost impossible to keep a whole can of tomato paste. And it's too expensive to buy the squeezy ones. Ted bought the squeezy ones recently, which is great, but they're so expensive. Okay, so now I'm going to add my other tomatoes. This is a big can of diced tomatoes. And this is another big can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to turn the heat up to high-ish.
Is there any other seasoning that goes in
Oh
at
yeah,
this point? Okay.
yeah. We're not done. Definitely not ready to turn off the camera yet. All right, so we've added the tomato, and we're bringing it up to heat. We're gonna add a little more pepper, because pepper, white people and pepper. I never thought of pepper as a white people spice until Anno started making fun of me about it. Playfully, not in a jerk way. He's an ex, but he's not a bad guy. It was funny. He didn't like my cooking as much as everybody else does, though, so, you know, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Something is definitely wrong with him.
Something's definitely wrong with him, though. All right, so I need to open a bottle of wine.
Should we come back in a second?
Yeah, we're going to come back in a second, and I'm going to add the acid to the open meal. So now, this is just an inexpensive red wine. What kind of red wine do we have? A Shiraz. We're going to add some. All right. So, the wine is 1 acid, and it is a flavor enhancer. You don't want a lot. You don't necessarily want wine-flavored sauce. Just a few glugs, like I just put in. And then also, this is my special. Usually I would squeeze a fresh lemon.
Some days Aldi does not have lemons.
But some days Aldi does not have lemons. So we did not have a fresh lemon available. So I'm using lemon juice that I have shaken up. And I'm just putting like that much.
1 glove.
Yeah, like I don't know if it was even a glove, but just like a big splash. I normally use, depending on how big the lemon is, half to a whole lemon in there.
Puppers were very interested in the half to the lemon.
And that lemon juice, it just really gives it a pop. It helps it pop. Now, what we're going to do, it gives it a fresh taste, I think. What we're going to do is we're going to wait until this starts to boil. We'll boil, starts to bubble. When it starts to bubble, we're going to turn the heat down to low, simmer, you know, like nice and gentle, keeping it at heat. You want when you have it, when you get it to where here we go. We're starting to get some bubble action. You see that bubble action? We don't want splashes, so I'm giving it some stirs. When that bubble action becomes consistent, we're going to turn it down. We're going to let it simmer for about an hour. And then it's going to be delicious. And we're going to serve it over pasta. But oh my gosh, it's taking a while for it to get heated up high, isn't it? Let's turn it up.
You're not completely centered it on the... Yeah, that might help.
Ted has a complicated stove. Excuse me. Runolfr has a complicated stove. Okay, we're starting to get bubbles. Maybe this will be our consistent bubble.
That's Panic at the Disco in the background. We'll probably get copyright claimed on this.
That's okay. I don't mind giving Panic. If they put ads on here, I don't care giving. I don't mind giving Brandon Urie my money.
Yeah, no worries.
I love Brandon.
Yeah, I did a video a while back that was, I started doing a Let's Play of Dishonored, and it's so much sneaking around and so much having to, oh, that failed, let's go back to our last save point and start again, that it just doesn't play well on YouTube, I don't think. Unless you've already gone through it and kind of have a plan and can go at it that way.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, but there was one point where I was going into some building and there was a violin duet playing in the background. And I got a copyright claim.
Oh, that's hilarious. Wow. See, what you just said, that's the reason that I don't make, I don't make maker videos. I don't make videos of, I'm going to do this art project, because they would be so frustrating to watch. There would be so many, fuck, I'm starting all over. I don't know how people do it. Okay, y'all, we're not going to sit here and watch water boil. We'll be back.
An hour or so from now, our time.
Yeah, an hour or so from now, this is going to be ready to eat.
Okay,
So
bye-bye.
we have simmered the sauce for about, I think we went about
Probably an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Yeah, just simmering it, letting all the flavors go together. Then for 10 minutes we cooked our pasta. And just the 10 minutes, because that's what this pasta called for. Check your pasta package. I don't make homemade pasta yet. Someday maybe I will. And now we put the sauce over the pasta, and we have some grated mozzarella and a crust of bread. Boom.
Yay.
Dinner.
Okay, we're gonna eat now.